Hey guys, Big B ADV. Happy Sunday to you all. Just wanted to go over some changes to the bike. It's grown, it's gotten a little taller, unfortunately. But I'm going to go through, getting ready for a 4-day rally, Touratech West actually. So going to be heading out next Thursday morning. Be meeting up with some people in Ellensburg. That's about 90 miles from here. Actually, we'll be trucking my motorcycle there because one of my co-workers is going to ride my little XT 225 on this trip. So I wanted to go over some of the changes to the bike, additions I should say to the bike, and let's look at those now. So you can see I've mounted up the Rotopax on here, my Dry Spec. You guys have seen these 3 bags on the bike. I ride with those most of the time. Pretty simple. These bags on top are additional, and we're going to go over what's inside all of those. Extra gas. Do I need it with 6 gallons? Absolutely not where I'm going. This is more for the XT. It's got a smaller fuel tank. He's going to be pushing what he can do. So am I going to fill these up? These are 1.75 gallons. Am I going to fill these up all the way? No, absolutely not. These are going to be filled about the halfway mark. So about a 15-pound with water on the other side, gas over here. And I'll probably switch them. So gas is opposite of the exhaust. Just threw them on there because I wanted to finish. The other thing you guys probably have seen, but this was my game plan a while back, is these are actually on tusk mounts. So these come right off. So I don't have to ride with them all the time. You can take just the tanks off. Let's see here. There we go. Make sure those snap in. You want to give those a good smack. Wolfman bags. So you think, God, this guy's carrying all this weight. Actually, no, it's bulk. Camping is bulk. And so what we've got is I've got these 2 7-liter, about 7 liters a piece, I believe, these Wolfman bags. That's my tent. So rain flies in one side, and as you come over here, the tent's in the other. So the tent is actually in a dry bag because these bags aren't completely waterproof. So these things only weigh, they look big, but it's just bulk. They only weigh, I think the tent's around 3 or 3.5 pounds. So there's really no weight there. Same thing with this, all this apparatus. What's up on top up here really is not a lot of weight. It's looks taller than all get out, doesn't it, guys? Anyway, yeah, it looks like I'm going to Timbuktu, but I'm going to set this down and we're going to go through these bags. So this one we'll unpack. This one I'm not going to unpack, but I'll show you kind of what I did with it. I just write what's on the bottom on there. So these are my tent poles. I also have an awning. That awning can be used other places as well. So if I break down out in the desert, I can actually build myself some shade to sit under and cool down. This has got my sleeping bag in it. I actually have a sleeping bag liner, 2 sleeping pads, and tent stakes are in here. So I'm not going to unpack that, but you're looking at about 6 or 7 pounds with that unit. So this guy is really my kitchen. It's got food, some ground tarps, and some things like that in it. Let's see which end I'm in. The nice thing about these these dual-ended bags is you can get in what end you want to get into. That's not the end I wanted in. So we're going to go to this end. So one thing about camping and learning about camping is figuring out what you need to pack, what you don't need to pack. So I think it's 40 times around he talked about some of the things that he brings. So what's in here? This is a water filtration kit. This is my food. This is 4 days worth of meals, guys, and hopefully you can see this. We're normally pretty wide angle. Got to have some snacks, but we got biscuits and gravy. I got some pancake mix, a couple bags of that. This is just chicken, rice, and corn. This is a beef soup. You can see there's lots of oatmeal in here, lots of coffee. And then there's stuff like this as well that you can buy that are just really light, easy. Basically, add boiling water and go, right? So 4 days worth of food. This bag, it's kind of got my power bars and stuff like that in it. There's a fruit mix in there. So just an additional bag. If you're going on a trip where you can stop places and pick some of this stuff up, you don't have to carry all of it. But I really don't know. Sorry, my dog's wanting to steal the show here from me. You really don't know. I really don't know this place and what's around, how close it's going to be to go get food or go get stuff. This is just my mess kit, right? Little spatula there. My plate. This is collapsible. So if I'm eating soup or whatever, it turns into a bowl, the plates, the silverware is already inside of that, and of course some additional munchies. So that's really, all honesty, is about all of this bag. Oh, it's got toiletries in it. You know the stuff, and some sunscreen, and just a few little items in there. Nothing major. And then my ground tarp is in the bottom of this this bag. So the other thing I was going to tell you is these are great. Your body, sometimes you're riding a long period of time, and if you're not familiar with a place, right, everybody says, oh, we'll be there in 10 minutes. We'll be there in 20 minutes. Oh, we should be there in an hour. Well, you're not, and you're getting dizzy because you hadn't eaten and you're burning lots of energy. These are about 24 grams of carbohydrates, plus this one's actually got some caffeine in it as well. So it's a cup of coffee and some carbs. These things are nice and small. They're gel pack. You can rip them open. You can put a couple in your jacket. You can stash them all over the place on the bike and this stuff. So even if you're cooking dinner and dinner's taking a little bit longer, you can grab one of those and tie yourself over. Don't give yourself a headache. So this bag, so these are dry bags. First aid kit. This is my BioLite stove. Self-generative, generates electricity while I cook. Comes in its own pot. If you've never seen these guys, these are really cool. A little bulky and a little heavy, but I don't have to bring any additional fuel. I can burn firewood. This is a small, just a secondary stove that I have. It's pretty nice, actually. It's nice for simmering. So a lot of times I need to simmer something while I'm still cooking something else. So this is a Sterno Inferno. Actually boils water really quick, and there's a can of Sterno inside that. So pretty non-volatile. Do I need all of it, both stoves? Probably not. As I go along, if I don't end up using one, guess what? It's not coming back. And last but not least is my little fire I call it my fire bag, so I usually bring a little bit of dry kindling with me to help get things going. These are my fire starters that I make out of cotton balls and Vaseline. So you melt the Vaseline, dip the cotton balls in, wrap them up this way. The cool thing about these is they can be used in cuts, they can be used on your lips, they can be used to lubricate zippers if zippers are getting sticky. Lots of different uses for petroleum, and it's really, really cheap. So I went to the dollar store the other day and I bought a thing of tinfoil, pre-cut sheets, a little thing of Vaseline. I was wondering how many I could make for $3, and basically I made about 30 of them. Go, 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 go. No, we're not playing ball right now. Sorry, guys. She wants to be in the middle of all this. And then I got my hand saws in here. I also have the little chainsaw event. That way I can put somebody else to work. Learned a lesson on my last visit. Go lay down, Jenny. Go lay down. Not on the camera. I tried to take the tip of my finger off on my last outing. So now I put a glove. I actually had a left glove that I didn't have a match for. And just another little fire starter, a little grater. So this actually, it's got a fire starter inside of it and allows you to grate materials. So that's just I just call that my fire kit. That's it for that side, guys. So this side over here, basically a couple pairs of long underwear. They were real thin silhouette stuff, pair of camp pants. Remember, all these are dry bags too, so I don't have to worry about stuff getting wet inside. This is great big and bulky. This is just kind of an electronics bag, which helps me when I got room, but it's not helping me very much now because it is pretty big and bulky. GoPro batteries in here. I've got several of these I carry with me. This is 18650s. These are 5800 a piece, so this is a little over 22,000 milliamp. They work great. I can actually charge multiple sets of GoPro batteries with these little guys overnight. So that's what's in here. But here's something that you really ought to take a look at. This is my Passport Wireless Pro. This is it's got its own power. Nice thing about this is you're able to take your micro SD cards, pop them in here, and you can actually download them off of here. That's what this button right here does. It'll save them on here, and then wirelessly you can connect with your phone. Jenny, go, go. You're moving the camera around. Go lay down. Good girl. So anyway, this thing is great because you can download data. Last trip I actually had some misfortune. Sorry, I'm going to be sorting this so I can get everything back in the right bag. And I actually lost the entire day of material. So I had SD cards. The following day after the ride, I was in the office. I was at lunch. I popped it in. I was viewing videos. I popped one SD card out, put it in this micro deal, and I put it in my shirt pocket. And then what happened was I forgot it was in my shirt pocket. Went to the hotel, pulled that shirt off, and I'm assuming it fell out of my pocket at that point. Gone. So anyway, that I lost the entire day's video. Sorry, Mike and John, I missed your I lost your stuff for the day. So center bag. So here we got 4 days of clothes. Those are, I'm going to roll those up so I take up a little less room. Jersey, I wear high top boots, so I get motocross socks, a jersey, and a pair of underwear. So usually what I do is I come back from a ride, get my sweaty, nasty clothes off. I put on my set for the next day after I clean myself off with some baby wipes, which are in that other bag over there, by the way. And I put on my clean clothes, pull on some camp clothes over the top of that, and then I'm pretty much good for the night. So I pack them like this, just, you know, days and days in advance, because I can see exactly what I have, make sure I've got enough days clothing with me. This is actually my mess kit, small fry pan in there, and another like a 2 quart or two pint camp chair. This is my rain fly. Not my rain fly, but it's an additional shade. It's a folding table. Doesn't weigh anything, but it's just kind of bulky. But last time I was out, kind of a pain in the ass cooking on the ground all the time, and so I bought this little table. We're going to give this a try on this trip and see how I like it. Hopefully it'll get me off the ground between sitting in the chair. I won't be down here trying to cook like this. I can actually sit and relax. And when I'm done, the other thing I did is I spilled my coffee like 8 times. That was really a horrible thing. So I really don't want to do that anymore. So I'm hoping the table is going to give me a place to put things, place to sit, etc. This is more power, right? So this is a remote starter. Just make sure you're charged up before you go. You can charge it on the bike if you need to when you're riding. Must have, right? Most of these bikes don't have kickstarts anymore. Here's my tool roll. This is going to decrease in size. This is the heaviest thing I carry. That thing is probably 10 pounds, and it'll get lighter, guys, but that right there is a beast. So that knife is kind of nice because I can actually split wood with it. You can saw with it. It's not super efficient, but it's nice. It's heavy. I can bushwhack if I need to, along with the other saws. That's plenty of knives for me. This is my jack. If you've never made or seen one of these, this actually goes in the opposite side of the kickstand. I can extend this forward. This drops into a hole in my skid plate, and then I'm able to pick the bike up, push the bike over on the kickstand, and this will actually pull the back tire off the ground. So very handy, just made out of an old crutch. So this maybe a quarter pound. It's very light. Air pump. Something important on your air pump, guys. Actually had this thing come apart, spin apart on me. So basically the end came off, the fuse fell out. So you can see on here now I've got a piece of black tape wrapped around that so that doesn't come off, because it's not going to do me much good. Probably could do it with a hand pump, but I kind of look at it as if I break down, I got to pull a tire off. And I've gone through all of that work to fix a flat that this right here is going to be worth having. So I'll take that extra few ounces to have this pump along. So just a little bag of nuts and bolts. Got some hose clamps in there, but mostly just smaller nuts and bolts, spare set of riding gloves. And I do bring, I got a 15 on the bike, so I do bring a 14 and a 16. And that's about it, guys. So it looks like a lot, but the weight's not horrible other than this beast of a bag. And it's bulk. So if you can figure out ways to, like I say, roll this stuff up, get it smaller, do it, and save yourself in some of the bulkness. I know the bike looks extremely tall and top heavy when I put these bags on, but those bags really don't weigh much. And having these down low should help counteract some of that. But that's it. We're going to be riding Thursday, meeting in Ellensburg. Going to take Section 3 of the Washington State Back Road Discovery Route into Kashmir. In Kashmir, we'll take the highway over to Leavenworth, and then we're going to head up to Plain. And so this rally is around Plain, Washington. Anyway, guys, happy Sunday, and stay up onto Big B out.